Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I think at this point, if you watch the episode, you know exactly why I'm just. Mm, okay, all right. Damn, I don't even know where to begin. I think I'm gonna sit there and start off with Jason and Diane. You know, Diane meeting Jason at the warehouse. Jason talking about how it's going to be, you know, that's going to be in his new office. And Diane laughs, and Diane's like, "This is Sonny's place." And Jason's just like, "Not anymore." It is so good to have Jason back. Jesus Christ! Right then and there, I was like, I knew I was going to be in for a good episode. I've been watching that clip like for the past couple of days, so really good to say. Um, he talks about some of the business stuff. You know, he's going to be taking back half of his company, or half of their company. Gets into the Carly stuff, her fault, Nina, Drew, the bad investments, the stupid choices, and you know, let's let's just blame Nina for all of it because you know why not? I can't believe she actually said stole her husband. I'm like, are, are we serious? Listen, when Sonny got back his memories, he chose to be with Nina. Okay? He chose to sit there and cheat on Carly with Nina. And by the way, I did see one comment, and one person was like, well, you know, it's Christina's fault that Carly and Sonny's marriage ended. And I was like, what? You know, because when Christina was like, oh yeah, Carly's not coming. She's not coming tonight. You know, I know that you invited her, but she's not coming tonight. So somehow that was Christina's fault. Wow, okay. So they talk about that for a little bit, and then we switch over to Carly and Olivia because for some odd reason we just had to see a scene with Olivia. And of course she was there whining and complaining about, you know. You know, I really do love when people when I live in people's head rent free. It's an amazing feeling. So she's whining and complaining about Nina firing somebody, which she had every right to do. Her decorating choices, which she had every right to do. Um, and then she leaves. Yep, there was really no point in her being there, but hell, we got a contract to fulfill. And then apparently Diane's paralegal came there to look for Diane, had some important papers for Jason, and was trying to find where they may be at. And Carly was like, you know what? I'll take those papers off your hand. Okay, sure. Wait. 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 These are legal documents that, at this point, I really do hope that Diane gets a new paralegal because, correct me, because I'm not a lawyer. So I need somebody in the chat or somebody in the comment section that's a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure there's something off about giving Carly Spencer legal documents from Diane to Jason. But sure, okay, sure, yeah. So she takes the papers because that just makes sense in this universe. Now that she's driving to warehouse, whatever, she comes across John, who just happens to be getting his ass whooped in an alley because for some odd reason he thought it was a good idea to be in an alley. I think it's personally a setup to try to get close to Carly. Anyway, she honks her horn. The two guys stop and, take John to the Metro Court because he wasn't going to the hospital to take care of him. Um, so Sonny's with Ava. I don't know what the hell is going on with her hair. It's kind of like she just woke up and just said, "Eh, who needs a comb?" So Christina comes by, and she's talking about her running with Joss and the argument and stuff like that. And at first, she gets to the door, and Ava's like, "Oh, your father's sleeping. He can't really have company right now." This man is fully dressed, ready to sit there and talk. So she's like, "Okay." So they start vibing and talking about Joss and stuff, and Ava is still in the room for some odd reason. Um, there's a point where she wants some water, or whatever, and you know Ava's just so attentive, giving Sonny alcohol and everything like that. And again, she just looks like, what are you doing here? Why are you giving my dad alcohol? Why are you still here? Why are you in this living room at this point? They're talking more and more, talking about Blaze and, how she wants to keep her personal life personal, meaning that she does not want her relationship out in the open. And, well, let's be honest, I feel like Christina's just lying to herself by saying that she's totally okay with it, and she talks about the spotlight and this, that, and third. I feel like at this point she's not just lying to herself, but it's like she's trying to convince herself, like, yeah, I'm totally fine with, not being public with her. It's cool. It's no big deal. And she keeps giving Ava these looks, like these side eye looks, and I think Ava kind of interjects herself. I think until the last portion of the conversation, and Christina at this point is like, all right, I don't know what the hell is going on. I ain't feeling this vibe. It's late. I'm just gonna go. But as she leaves, she just has that look like, yeah, something ain't right. And of course, Ava is about to kiss Sonny. Diane comes in. Diane's like, yo, long story short, Jason is going to be taking back his half of the company. And Sonny's like, yeah, that ain't happening. And talks about how Jason took over the office space that they were just in. Sonny's like, okay, all right, I see. All right, message received. Towards the end of the episode, he comes to the office to confront Jason. Like, Jason ain't scared of you. Jason ain't scared of you, bro. He ain't Cyrus. So I don't think that little meeting is going to go the way he intends, the way he intends it to go. Okay, Michael and Willow, both of them are a pair of jackasses. So they're celebrating their anniversary early, and for some odd reason, they decide to go to the Metro Court. Where Nina is co-owner, where they can run into Nina at any point in time. And so Nina gets wind of it and decides to come over. She stayed away for weeks or whatever, and she just assumed, hey, listen, um, you're here. I'm going to be here. Maybe you want to sit there and talk to me. So she comes over, champagne and stuff like that. And of course, Michael is just rude as after her. And Willow's like, oh, well, I don't want you, I don't want you in my life. And, I thought you was going to respect my boundaries. And even though I'm here, I'm like, you just sound so stupid, Willow. You really sound dumb. You talk about respecting boundaries and stuff like that. What is your dumbass actually doing here? Like, seriously, I don't understand. Oh, I want to come there for the chocolate mousse. You could have went anywhere. But instead, you want to sit there and be nasty and rude to the person wishing that they're trying to be nice to you. And then towards the end, she's like, oh, did I do anything wrong? Of course, Michael's dumbasses are like, no, this is all her fault. I'm like, honestly, to tell you the truth, both of y'all can go enough yourselves. Like, to be honest, like, it was so out of pocket. It really was. Then you talk about how Willow pretty much doesn't have to work. She doesn't really want to because, well, Michael's rich. Um, And she's missing time with the kids and stuff like that. So she's like, oh, you could just be on the board and just kind of work when you want. Like, well, Willow, you did right. Marry a rich man. Just saying, like, you don't have to work if you don't want to. Like, oh, it's your money. Why do you keep saying it's your money? It's y'all money at this point. Y'all married. Like, the whole innocent doe-eyed thing. It ain't working. Let's be real. Now, Nina, some odd reason, because even though I had to sit there and defend her, some odd reason decides to go to Drew. Drew was talking to Carly, trying to get in touch with Jason, and just basically told her just to kind of steer clear whatever nonsense going on with Jason. So Nina comes in there, and Nina's like, at first I thought she was just coming to vent or whatever about, her run-in with Willow and Michael. Kind of an odd person to sit there and vent to, but okay, fine. And then she's like, I need your help. And I was like, whoa, Nina, I was with you up until this point. What are we doing? And she demands her help. I mean, demands his help. And Drew's like, I don't want to this is all you. This is your mess. You clean this up. And then, well, there's one point where Nina's like, you know what it's like being separated from your child. And Drew's like, I do. And whose fault is that? Yours. Yours. You and Carly. Because he just refuses to take responsibility for his actions. They get into it. And now Nina is trying to manipulate him by saying, well, you should sit there and help me out. You should get me on the board so I can be closer to Michael. That would really rub it in Carly's face. You want to get back at Carly, don't you? Yes, you do. You want to get back at her. You don't want to be her errand boy like all those other chumps or simps or whatever kids that they're calling these people these days. You want to sit there and get back at her. Yes, you do. And I'm just like, wow, you really isn't there trying to manipulate this man like he's just gonna fall for it. They get into this argument back and forth, and Drew tries to walk away, and for some odd reason, Nina grabs his shirt and it just like rips off, and I'm just like, oh, how convenient. Apparently, whatever she was angry about just clearly just disappeared when she saw his abs, and then she started complimenting his body, and I literally sat there was like, yeah, about to do this, aren't you? Y'all really about to do this. And they just start making out and knocking stuff off the desk. I'm laughing my ass off at this point. I'm just, I know that here's the thing. I know it's supposed to be like a hot, fiery passion scene, but it, I think it's just the way that it's set up, where it's like, I find this scene more hilarious than um, whatever emotion that they were trying to invoke in me. Anyway, I think that's about it. At least as far as the review. I got I got so much more thoughts on this episode, the way the direction is going. I would definitely sit there and say that I did enjoy this episode. It was stuff I just did not see coming. Um, but I got more thoughts. I got I got a lot of thoughts. I gotta come up with a good title. But for tonight's live stream. But anyway, I don't want to make this video too long, so come to the live stream tonight. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're going to talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Young and Restless, because, yeah, I got thoughts about that, too. Ooh, I got thoughts about that as well. Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful. I didn't watch it yet, but I'm going to watch it, and, well, I already got some thoughts on that as well. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all of them, and, yeah. Hopefully I'll see you in tonight's live stream.